Hello, today I will be talking about Aemilia Lanyard on my way to school, and this is a two-part vid where I will record me going to school and at school, and this is a picture of Aemilia Lanyard, and today we will talk about Aemilia Lanyard. We will start off with her family. Her parents are Margaret Johnson and Baptist Pisano. Her father was a musician for Queen Elizabeth and he died when she was 7, and her mother died when she was 12. She then became the mistress of Henry Kerr, Lord Hudson's cousin, and Lord Chamberlain to Queen Elizabeth, who was 62. Her husband died in 1613. She had 2 children named Henry and Odelia, which her daughter died at 10 months, and she had repeated miscarriages. Her education was classical humanist education, which included history, rhetoric, arithmetic, geometry, and astronomy. And she was in the household of Susan Bertie, Countess of Kent, where she stayed and had education till she was 12. She lived in England, served in the house of Susan Bertie, Countess of Kent, and spent her later years with her son and his family. For her career, she was a poet, she ran a school, and if she wrote anything at all, she never published it. Her body of work was poems. Her personality was described as assured and unapologetic, and she was also a feminist. Some interesting facts about Aemilia Lanyer were that she was called the Dark Lady of Shakespeare's sonnets. She was the first woman in England to publish her original literary compositions. She was a teacher from 1617 to 1619 and educated children on diverse persons of worth and understanding. And lastly, in her 76 years, she had seen most of the reigns of Elizabeth I and Charles I, and as well as intervening reign of James I. Now I will do my poem analysis. My poem is called To Lady Elizabeth's Grace. Most gracious Lady, fair Elizabeth, whose name and virtues puts us still in mind of her of whom we are deprived by death, the phoenix of her age, whose worth did bind all worthy minds as long as they have breath, in links of admiration, love, and zeal, to that dearest mother of our commonwealth. Even you, fair princess, next our famous queen, I do invite onto this wholesome feast, whose godly wisdom through your years be green. Good works may daily be increased, though your fair eyes better books have seen, yet be the first fruit of a woman's wit, vouchsafe your favor in accepting it. The summary of this poem was that it was written to Queen Elizabeth, showing how great she is, and that being the next queen in line, she is wished good luck and that it will be in her favor. The narrator's character and setting, the narrator being the author, the poem sounds like a letter, so it was addressed to Queen Elizabeth. The character is Queen Elizabeth. The structure of the poem is 2 stanzas with the rhyme scheme of A, B, C, B, C, D, D. Aemilia Lanyer does this to tell her what she needs to say and all she needs to say in a concise way that is also praising her, since Aemilia Lanyer was a feminist. The tone in the poem was optimistic, formal, joyful, and sincere. Examples being, most gracious Lady fair Elizabeth, the phoenix of her age whose worth did bind, even your fair princess next, our famous queen. Diction, imagery, and metaphor. Metaphor being is, whose godly wisdom through your years be green. The diction in this poem makes it sound that Aemilia Lanyer is a fan of Queen Elizabeth. And for my thesis, I wrote, in To the Lady Elizabeth's Grace, Aemilia Lanyer writes about the Queen Elizabeth's trait and how she'll do and how great she'll be.